Uh, Good morning, everyone. We are very happy to see you in our session. Today, we are going to present our article entitled "Degree of EFL Graduate Intercultural Communicative Competence Across East Java University." We are Mr. Dwisyadi, Samsul Arifin, and Mr. Jurianto. We are very happy to be part of 20th Asia Travel, 66th Tablet, and 5th Intercultural Conference 2022 Indonesia. And we are also thankful for the funding given by Communicative respectively. To start, our presentation is going to be divided in presenting several slides on our findings of the research and continued with questioning and answering session. To start with, please welcome the first researcher, Mr. Dwi Setiadi.
Background of the study. Society 5.0 comes up with the rise of the automation of the working areas resulting from technological advancement. The goal of society is to create a super smart community to realize the prosperity and well-being of citizens. People need to concern with 4 basic skills to reach such goal, called critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communications. Communication is carried out in cyberspace without being face-to-face interaction. The study of communication across nations is inevitably carried out by the use of English. English then becomes one out of instrument of communications in this era, which covers interpreting, selecting, and articulating messages to develop relationships and solve complex problems that arise due to cultural differences in users. The teachings of English cannot be separated from all aspects attached to the language itself, such as culture. The issue of teaching English by integrating culture has been widely discussed for years. The activities of teaching EFL, which do not provide a genuine English atmosphere, tend to make students unable to understand the cultural aspect, translate the meanings of the conversation into its meaningful context, and lack exposure to the target language. Cultural awareness can be leveled up by providing students with experiences, interests, motivation, and values in both their native culture and cross-culture of the target language. Intercultural communicative competence is a complex ability needed to act effectively and appropriately when interacting with other people who have different language and cultures.
Okay. To continue with, in learning intercultural competence, language and culture must be taught in an integrated manner because the language has a dual nature that is inherent to each other, namely as a means of communication and carrier of culture. Teachers must also facilitate students to interact with people from other cultures, understand the different behaviors, values, and other perspectives between the two, and practice using language in different cultural contexts inherent to enrich the experience. Assessment of intercultural communication competence is not only emphasize knowledge and language skills, but also experience embodiment of meaning, language, culture, participation, and identity. Thus, this research is carried out to assess the degree of intercultural communication across university students in East Java. The to run the research, the study is designed as a survey research, focusing on identifying the level of intercultural communicative competence of the research involved 127 first-year students of several universities in East Java, Indonesia. And the instrument used is Intercultural Communicative Competence Questionnaire to collect the data from the participants.
Okay, let me continue with the result and discussion. The present study found several important results. There was one, university students have a moderate level of intercultural communicative competence. The high level ranges from 3.5 to 5. The moderate level ranges from 2.5 to 3.49, and the low level ranges from 1.0 to 2.49. Of the 8 aspects of intercultural competence, no aspects belong to the high level. The third finding or result, linguistic competence reaches the highest score, which is 3.24, followed by attitude with a score 2.89. Meanwhile, cultural awareness gains the lowest score, which is 2.29. Only 3 aspects, which are linguistic competence, attitudes, and discourse competence, belong to the moderate levels, and the other 5 belong to the low level. So based on the findings, there are several interesting points that we need to be clarified. The first one, moderate level of intercultural communication, intercultural competence, indicates that most university students have a fair communicative competence when it comes to international communication and interaction. This is also shown by the fact that no aspect of ICC has a high score. Next, therefore, students may need to be provided with more opportunities in which they are able to practice intercultural communication and improve their competence. Second, that most university students in East Java have a very good linguistic competence suggests that they are good at producing oral sentences, using grammatical usage correctly with few errors, and expressing ideas in detail. This helps the student understand different speeds of speech, different accents across countries, and different intonations. Third, the university students also have good attitudes toward other cultures, which means they are willing to talk to people from different countries, are eager to share positive cultures, and respect people from different countries. A good attitude helps to create comfort during the talk and makes other speakers feel accepted and respected. Fourth, the fact that most students still have less awareness of cultural differences suggests that they need to learn, observe, and accept different values of other cultures. The students should be familiarized with the structures of different cultures and then relate them to the specific function and rules of the culture during the conversation. Fifth, low scores of most aspects of ICC, which are social linguistic competence, strategic competence, knowledge, skills, and awareness, also seem to indicate that university students have problems to do cross-cultural communication. The aspects suggest that the students have difficulties, among others, initiating a conversation, responding to certain ideas, and maintaining a conversation. The conclusion. So our study has shown that most university students in East Java have difficulty engaging in cross-cultural communication. We expect that the result of the study can be used as a reference for the research, which may focus on formulating the best solution to the problems. Finally, teachers need to provide their students with more opportunities that allow the student to practice intercultural communication and improve their competence so they can find it easy to use English as a target language, perform better English using during a cross-cultural conversation, and support 5.0 society survival. Thank you. All questions and comments are welcome. Thank you very much.